Hello, hello. Thank you for checking in. Great to see everybody. Hello. It's Monday, Motivational Monday. Let me say hello to everybody. I hope you're having a great day. And not only is it Motivational Monday, but it also is the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Man who devoted his life to equality for all. A dream that we are still fighting for. Hello, let me say hello to everybody. Laura Star and Shocker and Sturgis Guy and T-Sus and House and Dave and Sam and St. Clinton and Eric and Petey and Tim and Ryan and Photo and Philip and Mark Mean and Star Raven and Angie Jonas and Fairies Lover and Lucky Girl and Sam and St. Clinton and Marcel and LaCram and Azure Yusuf and Joe Barney and N1QOV and Phil and Red Stapler and Angie Jonas and Fairies Lover. Hello! Scott Kimmis and Azure Yusuf and Jim Dandy and Sturgis Guy. Hello. Thank you. And Wing Doggy. Hopefully I got everybody. Hello. Make sure I didn't miss anyone. I hope you had a great weekend. Thank you for checking in. Very good to see you. I am angry. Let me just say Motivational Monday. Let me just clear the air. The Flower Bandit has come back. And I'm ready. I'm so ready to just freak out. Saturday and Sunday, right now, at this moment, every single flower in my garden is gone. I chased her away on Saturday. I was out of the house on Sunday. I came back. Every single flower is gone. I am ready to commit murder. Ah! I've left messages with the police. And this time, this has been going on for over a year now. I am ready to press charges. I'm ready to file official complaints. I don't know, harassment, trespassing, vandalism, destruction of property, theft, elder abuse for her son, elder neglect for her son that is leaving her on the street all day long. Her son should be, this woman should not be walking around on her own all day long. That's elder neglect. I'm ready to file everything that because this has been going on for a year, and now I'm mad. So I'm waiting for the police to call me back. My car's still not fixed. Arrgh! But I had a great weekend. I had a really, really nice weekend. Yeah, they haven't even started on my car yet. It's like 3 weeks of no car. But I had a nice weekend. I went out to the movie. I saw you guys Friday night. I saw Liam Neeson's Taken 3 on Taken 3 on Friday night. Liam did a very good job of taking care of the bad guys. 60-year-old badass Liam Neeson. So I had a nice, delicious sushi dinner with my sweetie, and then we had a fun movie. So that was a nice night. And then Saturday, I made the best dinner ever again. I made the most delicious dinner. Very excited about. I made a roasted root vegetable melange that had butternut squash, fennel, and parsnips with a really spicy rub. And then delicious salmon with dill and onions and mushrooms and tomatoes and Brussels sprouts, and pureed cauliflower. And I poached a pear dessert. So good! With some ice cream on the side. I know, and as I'm telling you this, I realized, yeah, one of these days, I'm getting better at remembering to take pictures of my outfit, but I still have not remembered to take pictures of dinner. I have to do that because I'm eating some awesome food. So that was Saturday night, and we had delicious dinner. And then Sunday, went out for a delicious breakfast. I know I can tell you all my food, the best calamari ever. And so I know Sunday for brunch, I had calamari, and then salmon. I had salmon again. Salmon. What is it? The egg on top of the English muffin with the hollandaise sauce. But I had it without the sauce. But anyhow, it was really good. No, I don't have a car yet, Bill. I have no car yet. In fact, Bill, I went to this is how sad it is. I went to an event on Thursday. I went to the Taste Awards, a red carpet event, dressed up. I took the bus. I took the bus from West LA all the way into Hollywood. It took 2 hours to get there. Yeah, it's like 8 miles, 7 miles away. Yeah. And so I got to the event. I left at 4. I got to the event, started at 6. By 6:30, I got there, and I was dressed up. I got there. Hi, St. Clinton. No. St. Clinton salmon is very good for the human body. They may have been talking about farm-raised salmon, which has got all kinds of weird additives. You want wild-caught salmon. Let me be specific about that. Wild salmon, not salmon that's got additives or farm-raised salmon. All farm-raised fish is bad. That they may have been talking about that. So I got there. I was there for half an hour. I did the red carpet, and by the time it was 6:30, I was already exhausted. I didn't even stay for the event because I was so tired. St. Clinton says they were talking about wild salmon. What? St. Clinton, is there a link, or can you send me a link for whatever you're talking about? Because I want to check that out. I want to investigate that. I didn't even stay for the event because I was so tired, and it took me 2 hours to get home. It was a 4.5-hour day, and 4 hours of it was just the bus. I was like, this is no fun. St. Clinton says, whatever happened to the Reverend part of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s title? If you notice on my Twitter, it says, celebrating the life of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. It's definitely in my tweet. I cannot say about other people. I don't know if it's just because they forget and they get used to saying it one way, or they heard somebody else say it one way. I think St. Clinton, somebody, like, for the ease of talking, somebody probably just said it because it's easier to say Dr. Martin Luther King. And one person did it, and then everybody started cutting. I think that's what happened. I think it was just laziness, and then other people not realizing they're repeating the same mistake by everybody else. That's my guess. It's just laziness. It is dark out. Hang on 1 second. But you're right, St. Clinton. He deserves to have both parts of his title listed. Hi, David Jones. So I hope everybody had a good weekend. I just did. And then Sunday I had this beautiful brunch, and then we watched the football game, which was a nail biter of a football game that lost, and the the team the team that was supposed to win, the Wisconsin, the Packers, they were supposed to win. Green Bay Packers were supposed to win. And they were, for the entire game, up until the last 2 minutes of the game, were way ahead, winning. And in the last 2 minutes of the game, they had like butterfingers, dropping the ball, losing the ball. And the other team, in the last 2 minutes, completely scored like all the points. And in 2 minutes, they went from winning to, and then they were tied. It was a nail biter, and they were winning to overtime. And anyhow, it was ridiculous. So everything was going good until those last 2 minutes, and then my sweetie was mad. He was like, "Ah!" But I made delicious pizzas for a football snack. Sue says she is in all the NSYNC fans are in love with the new 12 unreleased songs, and Backstreet Boy fans are freaking out about the release of 12 new unreleased songs. Wow. And David Jones says the New England Patriots were doing some funny monkey business with the ball. The other team. Apparently there's a question about whether they were letting air out of the ball to make it a little easier to catch, squishier. Linda says if they did it, it's because of the rain. It's in the rules. I don't know if that's in. I'm not sure of the rules myself, but I did read an article. Linda says, yes, that's why people are protesting and why they might be in trouble, because the point is, in the rain, they let some air out. It's easier to hold on to, but I'm not sure what the rules are. But apparently, their complaint is being filed. David Jones says it is against the rules to let air out of the ball, period. So, Linda, that's why they did it, but it's against the rules. I think they call that cheating. Bill now says why don't Bill now says that the refs should be in control of the balls, not the teams. Well, Sue, that's exciting. I'm sure all of the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC fans are going crazy. 12 new songs, that's a lot of songs. Well, so I had a fun Sunday, and today is the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day, celebrating the continued fight and dream of equality for all. Equality for all. We're still trying. We are still a long ways away. Still a long ways away. It is not, we have not achieved Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream yet. Not even close. So, how is everybody doing? Did you all have a good weekend? It's Motivational Monday, and today my motivation for me and for everybody is to continue. Just because we haven't gotten there doesn't mean we're quitting. It's to continue the work and inspiration of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., the fight for equality and justice for all peoples, regardless of your sex, male or female, your race, your color, your genealogy, your religion, your sexuality. We all deserve to have equality, regardless of what we are. Equality is something that we all have a right to. We all deserve to have the same rules of law, rules of court, rules of government, regardless of whether you're rich or poor, black or white, whatever. We should all be enjoying the same justice, the same equality, the same chances. It's not the case, but we're working on it. And it's not just, I mean, there's people are discriminated against for so many reasons. Your age, your weight, your whether you're a man or you're a woman, your religions, there's a million things that you can discriminate people against. None of it is acceptable. None of that is acceptable. So that is my inspiration, and the inspiration of the difference, the impact one person can have on a country and on the world. If you think you, little old you, on your own, can't make a difference, can't affect change, look at the impact that one person can have. David Jones says he can discriminate against smokers. Well, I'm not a big fan of smoking, but here's the thing: the difference about smoking is that you can stop. That is something you can stop or start. You can be a smoker or not be a smoker. Most of these other things you can't change. Most of these other things are you're born this way. It's something actual, physical with you. Yeah, Wing Doggy says one person can save the world. One person can make a difference or affect positive change. The impact of positivity and the fight to not just help yourself, but to help other people. That is the inspiration of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. It's the same as if you're walking down the street or you walk out of your house on your street and you see trash. Do you pick it up or do you walk by and say, not my job? That's not my job. I didn't put it there. Are you going to pick up the trash? Or are you going to walk by and look at the trash and say, it's not my job? Because that's the difference. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. says, wait a minute, it is my job. It's not my job to make everything equal. It's not my job to help people. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. says, it is my job. I bet he pick up the trash on the street. Somebody's got to pick it up, right? Somebody's got to fight for equality. Somebody's got to care about other people. Somebody's got to fight for people who don't have a voice, who can't fight for themselves. Somebody's got to make some noise. And St. Clinton says, of all the isms that I have had to deal with, racism is something he has to deal with on a daily basis. Yes, daily basis. I get very angry with people who say that racism doesn't exist. It's pretty clear and blatant. And I think it's gotten worse in the last few years, last 5 years. It seems it's gotten worse. People used to be a little more undercover about it, and now they're constantly talking about, when somebody says they're talking about real Americans, they're usually meaning they're talking about somebody who's white like them and not any other shade of any other color. And that used to be people used to be hiding that a little bit more. People have gotten really blatant and really in your face about that. They seem like they feel entitled, like it's okay. It's not okay. It is not okay. Racism still exists. It's still a huge problem, and it's not okay. Sue says, people on the street would shout racist comments to her all the time, and it makes her mad. Sometimes she wants to say something, but most of the time she doesn't. Yeah. Sue is a sweet, awesome Asian American, and she has people make comments. It's not okay. All you have to do is look at crime statistics, and you see the crime statistics. When they give crime statistics by race and prison inmate statistics by race, and you say, okay, here's the size of all the people in America. I don't know the exact numbers, but if there's 100, and you take the whole population, let's say 20% of the population is African American. Maybe 10%, 15% is Hispanic. Or I don't know what the numbers is, so I'm guessing. And then you look at the population of people who are in prison. So it should be the same percentages, right? It should be the same percentages of what exists in real life, should be the similar percentages because you figure out of every group of people, there's going to be a few bad apples. So the percentages of all the different races should be kind of equal in the prison world as well as the outside world. But it's not. It's completely skewed the other way. If you look at the races, the population that's in prison, it's like, I don't know, like 80%, or it's a huge number. I don't know the exact numbers, so don't quote me on the numbers. But the population of prison that is ethnic, people of color, Hispanic or black, is like huge. So that doesn't really make sense. The numbers don't add up. Are they the only ones committing crime? Are they the only ones bad? Or are they the only ones getting targeted, getting arrested, and getting sentences that send them to prison? Is the justice giving different courts and the police and the justices, are they giving different treatments to different people? The numbers seem to show that. It seems pretty clear to me. And St. Clinton says, right now there are more black men in prison than in colleges. That's disturbing. Those numbers should not be that. What that's saying is, if you're a black man, you're going to get targeted, you're going to get arrested, you're going to get sent to prison. If you're a white man, you're going to pay a fine. Or maybe you won't even get arrested in the first place because they won't be paying attention to you. Or, wing doggy, or shot. Yes. Yes, wing doggy. Or shot. So, we need to work on that. That's not right. That is not acceptable. That is not right. That is not acceptable. And I really wish that Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. were still here, because his work is not done. We still need him. We still need people like him. Work is not done. So that is my motivation for today. My motivation for today is equality. Equality. Be like the man who would lead his people. Be like the man who would do the job even though it's not his job. Would you pick up the trash? Even though you didn't leave it there. I didn't make the problem. I didn't make the mess. It's not my job. Somebody's got to pick up the trash. Somebody's got to do it. So, which path are you going to choose? And you know, I want to inspire people. Now, obviously, we're not all going to be the tremendous, powerful orator and leader. Not everybody will be able to rise to that level that Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was. But we can affect positive changes even in small ways in our own lives. Doing the right thing. Doing what you're supposed to do even if it's not your job. Even if you didn't make the mess. Just because it's not your job to make sure things are right and equal doesn't mean you shouldn't do something about it. So I want to be inspired by that man and the fight for equality and justice and truth. Woohoo! Yeah, so I'm just about to sign off. It's actually it's 10:06, but I want. Yes, St. Clinton says over 10 times more black men die in a violent death in the U.S. than were killed in the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan combined. Okay, these numbers are not good. These numbers are not good. Clear indication that there's still a problem. There's still much work to be done. So, hopefully hopefully we can continue working towards improvement and betterment. Because we're not done. Yes, even St. Clinton every day. St. Clinton, very honorable, decent, hardworking, church-going man, every day has to deal with racism. That is not right. That is not right. So we can do better. We can do better. So I want to thank you guys for coming to see me because you're awesome. Let me say goodbye to everybody. Allure Star and Shocker and Sturgis Guy and Tesis and House of Dave and Sam and St. Clinton and Philip and Angie Jonas and Fairies Lover and Lucky Girl and Mark Mean and Star Raven and Angie Jonas and Fairies Lover and N1QOV and Sam and St. Clinton and Sturgis Guy and Jim Dandy and House of Dave and Mark Mean and Tesis and Angie Jonas and Fairies Lover and John McCain and St. Clinton and Wing Doggy. Thank you for checking in. You guys are awesome. Make sure I got everybody. Linda and Angie and kisses for everybody. I love you. Thank you, Angie Jonas. Motivational Monday. We can do better. We can do better. I love you. Thank you, St. Clinton. St. Clinton, peace be with you. And I look forward to your return next week. I love you. Bye. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. I love you.